BT11 Breakdown Part 3. It's time to focus on the yellow cards today for Dimensional Phase. And when I pulled up the list of possible cards, the list substantially shrunk between red and blue. But before I do consider liking this video, sharing it with your friends and locals who might want a little insight on the upcoming set, subscribing to the channel, and hitting that notification bell for more future content. Yellow has a lot of spread out support. Seriously. Tokomon brings a new variant that has a your turn, once per turn effect that lets you draw a card when you play an Angel, Archangel, or Fallen Angel. Could be played by card effects like Flame Hellscythe or Mastamon, or just raw playing them. In general though, this means you're playing level 4s or even level 5s at a hefty price to draw one. But in conjunction with card effects, it could be good. However, because Mastamon has tendencies to brick due to their high number of level 5s, I still prefer a purple base over a yellow one. Next, there's Cutemon, another Crossheart yellow Digimon you can utilize with Crossheart. On play, place one Digimon with Crossheart and its traits from your trash at the bottom of your tamers. If Darulumon is out, or in the Digivolution sources, you can do 2 cards instead of 1. Interestingly, Darulumon has a protective tendency in fusion with Cutemon, but in some lists you see it run, and others, not so much. Clear Agumon is a generic level 3 for sealed, and honestly there are just better options than it. Kotamon is a blocker equivalent to Kokabuterimon and Biomon. Although again, honestly I can't think of a deck that would run this, making it again a sealed card. Moving to level 4s, this is where we start seeing some new and improved support. Angemon on deletion lets you play a Devimon from your trash without paying its memory cost if you have a purple Digimon or Tamer in play. Keep in mind you can use Angemon as a potential blocker with Angewomon's Inheritable, but after he gets deleted, if you have a purple source out, you can bring back Devimon to block another attack. I personally use 2 of these in my Mastamon list, and it's a great level 4 to climb into whether you're going defensive or offensive. But Centaurumon, the only other level 4, is huge, in that this is the first official printing of him. When digivolving, you may place one of your other yellow Digimon on top of your security stack face down. This has some potential interesting plays with security Digimon like Leomon. But overall, this card feels gimmicky and doesn't do much for core decks. At least for now. Angewomon on the other hand finds an amazing home with Mastamon decks. When digivolving, you may search your security for one card with Angel, Archangel, or Fallen Angel in its traits. Reveal it and add it to your hand. If you do, recovery +1 and then shuffle your security. This card can bring you value, especially if you're hunting for Ophanimon Falldown mode, Mastamon herself, Lady Devimon, or in some variants, Ordinemon. Keep in mind there are a lot of effects you can trigger in Mastamon moving into BT11. But more of that discussion will be covered in the multicolored cards. On top of that, on your turn once per turn when you play Lady Devimon or Mirei Mikagura, gain 1 memory. This can further make your end of turn DNAs from Gatomon even cheaper. Clavis Angemon is the only monocolored yellow level 6 introduced in BT11, and it's honestly so lackluster that I honestly don't care about this card. When digivolving, if you have 5 or fewer security, recovery 1. Stat-wise, you're paying 4 memory for a 12,000 DP body that also on your opponent's turn when a card is removed from your security stack, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 4,000 DP. While true this effect isn't once per turn, unless you can maintain a high number of security cards, does this card actually feel useful? Also, it's not even an Angel, it's a Virtue type Digimon. No monocolored yellow tamers are in this set, but Mirei is where we'll find that yellow goodness. Option card wise, there's only 2, and again, both feel super lackluster. Megalospark, a 5-cost option, decreases by 1 if you have a yellow tamer in play. When activated, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 8,000 DP until the end of your opponent's turn. In security, activate the main effect. The 8,000 DP reduction isn't terrible by any means, but with cards like Grandis will typically be huge and finish it all in 1 turn. Against Black Wargreymon X decks, you might not even be able to DP reduce it. And Melga? Melga might have enough DP buffs to prevent its deletion, and it also gets battle protection anyway. Lastly, Holy Sunshine. For 8 or 7 memory if you have a yellow tamer in play, 3 of your opponent's Digimon get minus 5000 DP and security attack minus 1. Again, not a great option outside of a sealed setting, considering there are just cheaper and better option cards already out there. DP reduction needs to delete a Digimon immediately. Otherwise, any other amount doesn't feel great, especially at the cost of this specific option card. Having the opportunity to DP reduce with the Digimon's effect and then attacking with it is also more valuable. But overall, there are only a few selective cards from Pure Yellow that make their cut in meta decks. And honestly at this point, it's just Mastamon. What are your thoughts on the yellow cards I've reviewed over today? Do you think there needs to be more? Or do you think support went elsewhere? Let me know your thoughts again as I cruise through green, black, and purple cards before finishing up with multicolored ones. This is DIGI-PANDA, logging out.